I remember the first time I got in really good shape. I'd say between 10 and 11% body fat. And I thought this would change the game. I thought I'd have loads of attraction, I'd have loads of women coming up to me, I'd have loads of things happening. And I did have that to an extent, but would more so be in nightclubs or girls making a comment or girls looking at me a lot, which is a beautiful thing and which is amazing really when you think about them coming up to you and making it easy. But I thought that it would get me girls guaranteed. I'd have loads of stuff happening. But I forgot the main component in that. And this is what a lot of guys forget. They think if they get in shape, they get ripped, they build all this muscle, that they're just gonna get loads of girls, which in a way it does work. You can't neglect the actual confidence and chatting to them side. And this is what I had. I wasn't able to speak to them that well. I wasn't able to have conversations. I wasn't able to make them laugh, make them smile, enjoy my company. Therefore, I wasn't able to make anything happen really until I understood that I have to apply myself in this area and I have to actually give myself and give to these interactions. I have to make them laugh, I have to make them smile, I have to lead the interactions, I have to set things up. This is what made a massive difference to all this stuff. I've seen a few guys who comment on here and say that it didn't make a difference. I just get compliments from men, just get compliments from my mates, from people in the gym, and it's not who you truly want compliments from. But it's because you don't have the confidence to go up and talk to someone. It's because you don't have the confidence to go up and talk to a girl and make her feel welcome. You don't have the confidence to go up and talk to her and make her feel good. And I find this all the time, especially with these guys, and you can't blame them a little bit because let's say when you're in the gym, let's say you go by yourself, it's quite an insular activity, really. It's quite insular. Like, for example, I go by myself. I've just got music in and I'm lifting weights. I'll speak to people as I go by because I know a lot of people there, but I'm quite insular really when I'm there, in a way, and I'm just focusing on me, whatever thoughts I've got going on. So you are going to be quite introverted in that circumstance. Let's say, for example, you see a girl, she's looking at you, giving you all the signs because you're in shape, which happens often. They look at you, they smile at you, then make it obvious. If you don't go over and talk to her, you're not going to get that opportunity, which is common sense, of course, but when you truly deep it, you've got that opportunity there to make it interaction off the back of that, because she's showing evidence that she likes you. But if you don't take that opportunity, you don't go over, you don't talk to her, nothing's going to happen. And this is what you find, especially with the ones that you actually want. They're not going to go up and talk to you, really. They're more than likely not going to, because I found the ones that come up and talk to you and make it happen with you, like I've had quite a lot of times where they have. It's been more so in nightclubs and bars and stuff like that, because people are drinking alcohol, so they've got more confidence and they're okay with going up and talking to someone. And if they get rejected, they don't really care as much because they're drunk and they can live on the alcohol. They're not necessarily the girls you want, really, are they? They're not necessarily the ones you want. You want someone who's a bit more shy, a bit more to herself, not as social, probably more likely not to cheat. That's what you want in it. Someone who's to herself and nice and focusing on her own goals. She's not going to go up and talk to you if she's got that personality. For example, that's what I want. She's not going to go up and talk to you, really, is she? She's going to be quite shy. She's going to be quite introverted. And I remember there was this time where I was out, me and my old mates went out and we met some girls. We went to this club. It's quite a small club. And there was a girl and we had a brief interaction because my mates made a joke and then she turned around and said, yeah, and got along with the joke. Brief interaction. I thought, actually, she might be into me. And then she was sat on her own. She wasn't showing any signs that she was interested that much apart from that little interaction where she smiled at me. And then I went over and started speaking to her. And we started speaking for about 40, 50 minutes. And then she was saying, oh, I find you really attractive. I find you really fit. And I was like, I find you really fit as well. We got each other snap and all that stuff. That wouldn't have came along if I was to myself and I let that opportunity go. So I wouldn't have found out that she found me attractive, a really nice girl, a really beautiful girl, if I didn't go up and try, if I didn't go up and talk to her. So she might have thought that initially, but it doesn't make a difference really that much. Just based off of me going up talking to her made the whole difference. A lot of guys think it'll come to them, which it might do in certain scenarios, but the women you actually want, the girls you actually truly want, are more than likely not going to go up and talk to you. More than likely not going to come up on a flirty way, say, oh, I find you attractive, what's your snap, what's your number, which you have sometimes, but it's not going to be the girls you truly want. That's the ones that you probably have a one night stand with. Chances are that person's doing it to other guys as well, because women rarely get rejected, especially when they go up to a guy. They rarely get rejected. So you got to think, you got to develop these areas. You got to develop talking to people. You got to develop having good interactions with women, especially talking to them more, making them laugh, making them smile, and leading. You got to develop all these areas in order to make something happen. And this is what I found truly. I've seen too many guys who think it's just one way. So let's say you had loads of money as well. They just think it's that. It's what you do with the money that attracts her. Because you could have loads of money, but let's say, for example, you didn't get the car or whatever, she's not going to be attracted. Let's say you ain't got the house or whatever, she's not really as attracted. So it's all this external stuff is there to bring them in, but then you got to use your personality. You got to interact with them. You got to make them laugh. You got to make them smile. You got to build a connection. You got to lead everything, which is quite a lot of things to do, really, when you think about it, especially when you're new to this shit. Like, I found it quite hard years ago because I was new to it. There's a lot to do. You had to plan the date. You had to go up and talk to them, invite them out. You had to make things happen. You had to be entertaining. You had to lead the interactions. You had to escalate it. There's a lot of things to do, but you can learn it, and it becomes second nature after a while, which is the beauty of this thing. But it's 100% a catalyst to get an attraction. 100% get in shape. Get in shape. 100% you will have way more opportunities than you've ever had, especially with more attractive women. You have way more opportunities. But it's not everything. You got to develop your personality, and you got to develop interacting and leading, especially with these people. And this is what I found. It gets them in. You being in shape gets them in. It gets that initial interaction, but then you got to make things happen after that. But of course, get in shape, build that physique, it will help you in areas, and you will have certain interactions where they do come up to you as well. But the women that you truly want probably will not come up to you. And that's going to be a true message in this video. Hope you got a lot of value. If you did want to get in shape and build an amazing physique, email me at reallouis23@gmail.com and I can help you.